Good afternoon, children. We will be studying our last chapter, India after independence. In the previous chapter, we studied that the country was divided into India and Pakistan, and the plan was presented by Viceroy Lord Louis Mountbatten. The country was divided into two countries, India and Pakistan. The princely states could join either of the two countries. Now, what are princely states? Princely states are those areas which were ruled by certain Maharats or Nawabs under the British rule. When India became independent on 15th August 1947, there were many challenges that were faced by the people and the government of India. Many refugees came to India and many people went to Pakistan. Problems were unemployment, housing situation, etc. We will be studying about all that in this chapter. About 8 million refugees had come into India and there were problems related to new homes and jobs. At that time, it was a choice that was given to princely states that they can either join Pakistan or they can join India. Now, the problems of the refugees and the princely states had to be addressed immediately, and in the long term, the new nation had to adopt a political system that would best serve the hopes and expectation of its population. Integration of the princely states, as I told you, it was a choice that was given to princely states that they can choose India or Pakistan. There were around 562 princely states in India, and the choice was given by Indian Independence Act 1947. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, also known as Iron Man of India, he appealed to the Maharajas and Nawabs that they join India, but some of them refused to do that. For example, Junagadh, Kashmir and Hyderabad. Junagadh, it was a small state on coast of Kathiawar, Gujarat. Now the Nawab of Junagadh wanted to join Pakistan, but the people wanted to join India. Eventually, the Nawab fled to Pakistan and the people voted to favor in India. Kashmir was ruled by a Hindu ruler and Maharaj Hari Singh, but the majority of the people were Muslims. The ruler could not decide if he wanted to join Pakistan or India, but after the invasion of Pathans from the Pakistan, the Kashmir ruler appealed to India and acceded to the Indian Union. Finally, he joined the Indian territory. Nizam of Hyderabad wanted to continue as an independent ruler, but there was an internal revolt that happened between the Hyderabad kingdom and the Indian rulers in 1948, forced the Nizam to finally join India. Then we have rehabilitation of the refugees. What all the government did for the refugees and how did they help people to maintain and manage in a new country. The partition of India was a traumatic period for everyone. Migrated during partition had to leave everything behind to start a new life and a new place. The rehabilitation of refugees who had come both from eastern and western Pakistan was a major problem. In many places, relief camps were opened to give food and shelter to the homeless and jobs, and employment opportunities were created for the people. Students were given scholarships and fee concession who came from Pakistan to India, and people who left their urban immovable property. What is immovable property? That we cannot move, for example land. People who left their immovable property in Pakistan were given compensation, and all this was done by the government to help the people or the refugees that came from Pakistan to India to manage in a new country. Solving the economic difficulties. Now, major rice and wheat producing areas went to Pakistan. Also, the jute and cotton growing areas were also now in Pakistan. This led to shortage of food and shortage of work for the people. Framing a constitution. In the previous chapter, we read about the Constitution Assembly that was formed to make the Constitution of India. What is a constitution? Constitution is a set of rules and regulation for people and the government in the country to follow and abide. Constituent Assembly that was formed was now under Dr. Rajendra Prasad, and under his leadership the Constitution of India was formed. The new chairman of the drafting committee was Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar. He played a major role in framing the constitution. That is why he is known as the father of the Indian Constitution. In December 1946, Nehru declared that India would be a sovereign. Sovereign means that India would not be under the control of any other ruler or any other country. Democratic means equal rights for all the people, and republic, it means that there will be an elected government for the people, guaranteeing social, economic, and political justice, equality of opportunity, and freedom of expression, belief, and faith. On 26th November 1949, the new Constitution of India was drafted, but it was adopted on 26th January 1950, Rajendra Prasad as its first president. Now there are some features of the Constitution of India, which are equality before law, which means there will be equality for all the people living in India, belonging to any caste, any religious status. Some of the people in India after the independence of India wanted it to be a Hindu nation. They demanded or they argued that Pakistan was explicitly created to protect and further the interests of a particular religious community, the Muslims. But India's first Prime Minister envisaged a state based on equality where all people were equal and law applied to all without any religious discrimination. He said that along with Muslims and Hindus, there were 6 Christians, Parsis, and Jains that were also living in India, and India will be a democratic country. It will work on the basis of equality. And under the new constitution, all the people of India belonging to any caste or any religious community, they have equal rights as Hindus and same opportunities when it came to seeking job in government or in the private sector, and in the same right before the law. Now special privileges for the people. This paragraph or this topic talks about the reservation that was provided to scheduled caste or people belonging to lower caste. There were many people in India who had been oppressed because of age-old caste system in India. For the people belonging to scheduled caste, untouchability was a major issue. H.G. Khandekar said, "We were suppressed for thousands of years. You engaged us in your service to serve your own ends and suppressed us to such an extent that neither our minds nor our bodies and nor even our heart work, nor we are able to march forward." This means that for thousands of years you have discriminated us to such level that now when you have formed a constitution, even now we cannot march forward or we cannot rise above the discrimination that you have done with us. The above quotation shows the pitiable condition of the people of the low caste suffered since ages. To improve their lot, they needed special attention. For that, they were given reservation. A provision of reservation in legislature and government job was made for people belonging to scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. Reservation was provided so that they could opportunities to come into the mainstream and improve their lot. Universal adult franchisee. Now it was a feature of the Indian Constitution that provided equal right to all the people above 18 years to vote without any discrimination on the basis of caste, color, sex, creed, etc. Now this universal adult franchisee was not even implied by UK and USA, and women there had to fight for their rights to get universal adult franchisee. Now, at the time of independence, there was a need for a very stable government so that it can manage all the chaos and it can provide people with basic necessities. For that, central power and state power was evolved. After many rounds of deliberation, a proper balance between central power and state power was evolved. 3 lists of the subjects were made, which are Union List, State List, and Concurrent List. Union List was under the central government with special topics like taxes, foreign affairs, and defense. State List was under the responsibility of state government, which included issues like health and education. Concurrent list was the list that was joint responsibility of both center and state. For example, forest, agriculture, etc. Language was another important issue. Many leaders believed that Hindi should be national language to promote the idea of nationhood. They also thought that since English was a language used during the colonial rule, it should be removed from India in due course of time. Now, after people demanded Hindi to be the national language, many states came forward that they do not speak Hindi and they want special state or special language for their own state. Many states even threatened to separate from India if Hindi was imposed on them. It was decided to make Hindi as the official language only. English could be used in the courts, in the services, and communication between different states. As Pakistan was made majorly for Muslims, Nehru and Gandhiji believed that India should be a secular country and there should be no national religion or no main religion that should be followed. The government does not interfere in religious matters of the people. Religion is a personal matter and it should be respected. The government interferes only if the religious matters or any religious community interferes or threatens the security of the nation or unity of the nation. Formation of states on linguistic line. As I told you, many states came forward that we want a separate provincial state belonging to a specific language. During the freedom struggle, the Indian National Congress, they promised that once the country won independence, each major linguistic group would have its own province. But after the independence, as there was much chaos and independence was got after the partition and many people were killed during that, so India could not afford at that time further divisions on the basis of language. But certain communities or certain people belonging to areas like Kannada speakers, Malayalam speakers, and the Marathi speakers, they came forward that they only need special state for their special language. The strongest protest came from Telugu speaking district, which was a part of Madras presidency. When Pandit Nehru went on to campaign there during the general election, he was met with black flags and slogans demanding we want Andhra. In October 1952, Poti Sirarumallu, he went on hunger strike until death, demanding the formation of Andhra state to protect the interest of Telugu speakers. And his fast and his strike attracted many people and they came forward for his support. After 58 days of his fast, he died on 15 December 1952, which was a major event that led to the formation of Andhra Pradesh. Government was forced to give in to demand. Finally, on 1st October 1953, Andhra came into being, which subsequently became Andhra Pradesh. And Andhra Pradesh was the first state that created on the basis of linguistic line. After the creation of Andhra Pradesh, a state recognition commission was formed to form states or to make distinctions on the languages so that the separate states can be formed. Assamese, Bengali, Odia, Tamil, Malayalam, Kannada and Telugu speakers respectively. The commission was formed for these languages. The large Hindi speaking region of North India was also divided. Now, Bombay was once a single state which was divided into Marathi and Gujarati. In 1966, the state of Punjab was also divided into Punjab and Haryana. Punjab had majority of people speaking Punjabi and Haryana had people who spoke Hindi. Chhattisgarh is carved out from Madhya Pradesh on 1st November. Uttarakhand is carved out from Uttar Pradesh on 9th November. Jharkhand is carved out from Bihar 15th November 2000 and Telangana is carved out of Andhra Pradesh on 2nd June 2014. Currently, India consists of 28 states and 8 union territories. As I told you in the previous chapter that there was a planning commission formed that formulated various 5-year plans for the development of India. The next plan was building a strong agriculture and industrial base. Thus, the Planning Commission was set up in 1950. The 5-year plans were introduced to hasten the process of development. The first 5-year plan was formed for the development of agriculture, while the second 5-year plan was developed for the 5-year plan was for the development of industries. The government took the lead in setting up heavy industries such as steel and in building dams. Jawaharlal Nehru realized the importance of dams and called them the temples of modern India. An independent foreign policy non-alignment. Now, after the Second World War, the world major destruction and there was major chaos. For that, United Nations organization was formed in 1945. Now, after the Second World War, two supreme major powers, USA and Russia, were evolved and